I don't even know what I did. Maybe I'm a noob, alright? Swap out into the Mandibuzz. Here comes the MVP of the Remix Cup. I don't know what the heck happened, but Dewgong just beat a Melmetal. Ice Wind coming through. Bang! There it goes. Here comes the Mandibuzz. Dewgong about to sweep this man's whole life. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, and if you're a returning subscriber like Oscar Saldivar, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are jumping into the Great League Remix, and we started things off with an absolute bang, going a perfect 10-0 in our first two sets with the team we're featuring today, consisting of a Beedrill lead, double water in the back with Rainy Castform and double legacy Dewgong. So this team, just like any other in the GBL, going to have its weaknesses. Both Beedrill and Dewgong are going to be very weak to rock, and then the backline is very weak to grass, so there are going to be some issues here. Also going to be pretty weak to Cresselia, Jellicent, a lot of Pokemon that can give this team issues, but like I always say, I like building teams based around what I'm actually seeing in the meta in the moment, and if there's one specific Pokemon that my team's going to be very weak against, but I'm not seeing that Pokemon at all, I'm going to push the odds, start gambling, and hope that I don't see it, because if we're not seeing it right now, we might continue not seeing it. That's how I like to build the teams. They are going to lose when you see these specific team comps, but if you're not seeing them the majority of the time, you should be putting yourself in a position to win more often than you are going to lose. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Check out one of my other videos right here. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so the remix is here, and we got a very fun team to test out here. Double water with Beedrill in the lead. Go Battle Knight, we tanked hard. We went from 3100 all the way down to 2700. Let's see if we could climb back up right here with this team. Beedrill into Gyarados, very bad matchup, so I swap out into my Dewgong. And basically, Dewgong here is going to operate as the safe switch for this team. The only time I don't really swap out into Dewgong is if they have something like a Mandibuzz, where Dewgong pretty much walls that Pokemon. I'll prefer to swap out into the Castform, provided the Castform has some playability against that lead Pokemon. So in this case, the opponent takes the Icy Wind, swaps out into Mew, and we're able to get to this Icy Wind still here before the opponent throws. Definitely don't think I'm going to be shielding anything here on the Dewgong, and look to just come back in with the Beedrill. Assuming we have to see what kind of moveset they're running here from the first move. We're gonna let this go through. It as a flame charge. We actually survive that. Get to an Icy Wind, then we swap out into Beedrill while banking that Icy Wind. So that is actually huge for the late game. So I'm gonna shield up this flame charge here, of course, because that is going to be doing a lot of damage. Going for the X Scissor here. Let's see if the opponent wants to shield and get off another move potentially with the Mew. No, they choose to let it go down instead, and the Gyarados comes back in. So we're gonna outpace it here to the X Scissor, and this will definitely knock out the Gyarados or get the final shield from the opponent. They decide to shield here, and at this point it was CMP tie, it looks like. So I know it's only going to be an Aqua Tail, and I don't really want to shield that, although them shielding kind of tells us that they might be afraid of this Beedrill. So Whiscash in the back, which isn't necessarily a great matchup for Beedrill anyways, so actually pretty happy we didn't shield. They're going to come in with the Icy Wind Dewgong right here, land the Icy Wind on the Whiscash, and here comes the Rainy Castform, and basically this game is over at this point. There is nothing the Whiscash could do here. It also cannot, oh, well, it can swap out to reset the debuff, but they're locked in this matchup for a little bit of time right here. So going forward, the Weather Ball, we still have a shield right here. Don't even have to shield this, to be honest, and we could pretty much commit to the Water Gun farm down right here. And we'll get to, well, we're just gonna Water Gun down the Gyarados, but the opponent doesn't want the smoke, instead backs out of the match. We're off to a 1-0 start here with the Beedrill double water strats. Next battle, we got a Beedrill lead into a Diggersby. So this is a pretty rough matchup for Beedrill, of course, but we have two very good answers for Diggersby in the back, so we got that covered. But look at this, Machamp, very solid response for the Dewgong, of course. We could definitely tank one cross chop here and still get to the Icy Wind. Icy Wind isn't going to knock out the Machamp, but sometimes they will decide to shield right here. This opponent chooses not to, and they're going to farm us down. At this point, should only be a cross chop coming here from the Machamp. Can we farm out the Poison Jab? They might have been going for a Rock Slide there. We will take that very happily. Diggersby comes back in. We're locked in now in this matchup, so I'm definitely going to look. Well, I'm not going to shield the first one. It's only a Fire Punch. Does a lot of damage though, but they didn't build up for the Earthquake, so I'm not going to shield the Fire Punch there. Throwing the Drill Run here, and then I'm going to swap out immediately into the Castform and see what they have in the back. Unfortunately, we were late on the swap. Probably gonna shield here, I imagine. No, we let it go through. Okay, so I'm putting all our faith in Castform right here. Sableye comes in. It's a good thing we didn't shield that because Castform has a very good matchup here against the Sableye. So we're gonna shield up right here the foul play and go for these weather balls. Building up for 2 right here. Piggybacking moves isn't necessarily the most optimal play in the current state of the game because, you know, there's a lot of sneaking and fast moves and whatnot. So going for the weather ball right here once again. The opponent chooses to let that go through. We farm down. We still have a shield. Diggersby comes back in. There's absolutely no way they're going to be able to pull off this game unless they could bait with the Fire Punch and then land the Earthquake. That could potentially be their win con right here. Thing is though, I'm not sure they could actually bait and still get to an Earthquake before we're able to farm down with Water Gun. So I am going to shield there, knowing that they can't reach the Earthquake, and we're going to be able to take that game off to a 2-0 start here in the Great League Remix. Next matchup, we got Beedrill into another Diggersby. So once again, a very poor lead for us, and we're going to swap out immediately into the Dewgong once again. And we see an Ariados come in, and I didn't know how this matchup played out, to be honest. And of course, the Ice Shards are doing a lot more damage here, but I decided to shield up the first lunge. Having looked at this matchup after having completed it, you definitely don't need to shield anything here with the Dewgong. You can win this match straight up just going Icy Wind. So definitely didn't need to shield there, but it's okay because we'll get this energy and potentially be able to use it on Diggersby. At this point, the reason I shielded is because I didn't know how the matchup went, and I wanted to guarantee that I take switch advantage here to align the Castform onto the Diggersby. So gonna let this go through here. Opponent is going to throw a Cross Poison, and they get the boost when it doesn't matter, so we get them out of there. Nice little tail whip from the Dewgong. Diggersby comes back in, which might tell us that they might be very weak to ice in the back. So we go for the Icy Wind right here. They swap out into Zapdos, a Shadow Zapdos at that. But unfortunately for them, we're quite loaded on energy here. So we are going to throw this Icy Wind, get the final shield. But this is still a tricky spot. Coming in here with the Beedrill, and we definitely have to shield up one of these moves right here. Drill Peck is going to be doing massive damage. And because we got that Icy Wind damage off, they're actually debuffed, and we survived this Drill Peck. We otherwise would not if we didn't get that Icy Wind debuff. So Icy Wind coming through clutch. You're going to see Dewgong is basically the MVP of this team. We're able to Poison Jab down. They come back in with the Diggersby. I figured I couldn't get to the drill run here, so I'm just going to throw the X Scissor here for some chip damage. And at this point, we got a Castform in the back. This game is basically over, even with the shield advantage. We also have the Dewgong to operate as a potential third shield. I come to Dewgong here to force them to throw energy because I know that they can't farm us down with Mud Shot, and this means that they're going to be a lot further away from Earthquake, which means Castform could come in here. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to have to throw any Weather Balls here. I'm just going to commit to the farm down because we'll need to get to 2 Weather Balls here, and it just makes a lot more sense to commit to the farm down there with Water Gun because we're not going to get to 2 Weather Balls probably before they get to another Earthquake. So GG's, take that game. Let's hop into the next battle. Currently 3-0. We got Beedrill into a Melmetal. One of the worst leads you could see with this team, and I think the most optimal way to play this is to try and catch the Rock Slide onto the Castform. So you can see they overfarmed a little bit, so this was totally a guessing game, but we get to the drill run, swap out, catch the Rock Slide on the Castform, and they come in with the Victreebel. Obviously this is very bad, but you want to see this right here. You want to draw this thing out and go to town with the farm down with Beedrill right here, because getting this energy is going to be the difference in that Melmetal matchup. So Victreebel going to throw the Acid Spray here. Not optimal, but it really doesn't change too much. We are low on energy. We're at 100. Got back-to-back drill runs ready to go. They come in with the Melmetal here, so we are going to spam away right here. First drill run comes through, gets the shield. Second one about to come through, and we should be able to reach another one here because we do still have 2 shields. They can't really farm us down with Thundershock at this point. So we're going to get to the drill run. Going to be CMP tie, but I believe we did click the move. So let's see if it was CMP tie or not. Rock Slide comes through. They're actually able to swap. I throw this move at the Cherrim. So this is actually a double grass line. So this should be destroying us. And I was actually kind of mad that I threw here because I figured I threw. But we are able to bank the drill run and swap out. Come in with the Dewgong. That drill run may come super clutch in the end game. I'm throwing the Icy Wind right here. This is going to lower the attack, which means that we should be able to get off one more move here. And what you're going to notice actually is that if we could get to that Water Pulse, it pretty much is going to knock out Melmetal from this range, but we're too far behind the energies here. So I'm going to let this go through, and we should be able to win this game if we save the shield, because I believe Melmetal will win CMP, but if I keep the shield there, we should be able to just throw the X Scissor here. Even if it is CMP, we'll be able to shield, throw this move right here, take the game. We did have the drill run ready, but I wasn't 100% sure we had the drill run ready, so I just went for the sure thing. Through the move I knew we had, it was in X Scissor range. We take that game. 4-0 start, hopping into the next battle. And what you're going to notice about this battle right here is that it's not really a battle. The opponent backs out. They're trying to tank their rating, I guess. So we get a 5-0, but you know us, we don't like showing those battles on the channel. So we're going to give you a substitute battle right here for a replacement battle, I guess you could say, for that 5-0. So let's hop into the next battle here, and after that battle we'll hop into the next set. This right here, the replacement battle, you can see our elo got a lot higher with this team, and this into a Wigglytuff. I know people want to see Beedrill go to work on the Charmer, so I put this battle right there. But Registeel is a bit of a problem for this team. Thankfully for us, we are able to align our Castform on it, which is going to be able to win this game as long as you have one shield. Let the Focus Blast come through just in case they wanted to bait with the Flash Cannon first. Even if you let the Focus Blast go through, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to win this game, but you do have to invest one shield. So going for the Weather Ball right here, this isn't going to be enough to take out the Registeel. And the Registeel is going to get to another move here, which we are going to have to shield at this point. And I believe we could just farm down from this point with Water Gun, get some energy, and let's see what the opponent's going to do here. It might be Wigglytuff. It's instead a Stunfisk here. You know of a Stunfisk, so I'm going to go for the Weather Ball right here. This is going to be dealing super effective damage, so it does actually get a shield from the opponent. And if they commit to the farm, now we're actually going to get to another one right here. Castform, the little raindrop that could. Going for the Weather Ball right here, gets the second shield, and this is setting up to be perfect for us. Dewgong coming in. Are they going to throw the bait? Probably. They're always going to bait the first time. It's a Mud Bomb. Not going to shield that. Discharge won't KO anyways. Second one's probably going to be a Discharge, but I'm going to save my shield here. May as well. Discharge comes through. Should be able to get to this Icy Wind. At this point, it's only a Mud Bomb. I'm not going to shield because I'm going to survive the Mud Bomb. I know it's a Mud Bomb. They're going to swap out immediately, so I swap out into Beedrill, expecting that swap there. It is what it is. They don't want the smoke. We go 5-0. Let's hop into set number 2. So a very nice first set right there, but can we keep the momentum going with this team? We got Beedrill lead into a Shadow Victreebel. Oh my goodness. Big shout out to Waller. That is his Pokemon right there. Swap out into the Mandibuzz. Here comes the MVP of the Remix Cup. Dewgong right here. This is a rank 1 Dewgong, by the way. So I invested a lot of elite TMs into this, and I love anytime I get a chance to use it because it's a big investment and it's not that great in open greatly. So whenever there's a cup where it has some play, you can assure that I'm going to use the Dewgong. So Mandibuzz throwing the foul play. Look, we don't have to shield anything here, and we're gonna commit to the farm now. Look at this energy. If that Victreebel comes back in, it's gonna catch the smoke right here, and it does. Icy Wind coming through. Bang! There it is. You want another one? Because that's what's about to come. Do you want to shield this? Definitely not. Back to back. Bang! There it is. Victreebel. Goodbye. Mawile comes in, and look at this. I misclick here into the Beedrill. Oh my goodness. I saw the steel typing, and I don't even know what I did. Maybe I didn't. I'm a noob. All right. I came with the wrong Pokemon. This is not BM. I didn't come in here because I know the Castform is gonna sweep in the back. This is not a Togekiss Earthquake situation. This is a complete misclick right there. I did not mean to do it. I know people think I'm BMing on purpose. That was not on purpose. That was accidental. And Castform here is going to obliterate this Mawile right here. So the reason I shielded there, or didn't shield there, of course, is because their win conditions basically landed some pups and then the nuke moves. So obviously you're never going to shield the first move there because it's not going to KO from that range. So always let it go through. And this game, we take the game there right there. Castform, very solid matchup, so take that game. Shadow Vic, obviously a very positive lead for this team. Spruntalicious in the next matchup. We got Beedrill into Melmetal. So once again, another very difficult lead we saw in the first match. We pulled out a miracle of a victory. Let's see if we can do it this time. And it's very hard to catch the move because sometimes they're going to throw immediately, sometimes they're not. In this case, they did throw as soon as they got to the rock slide. So I'm forced to burn a shield here and go for the drill run. So we're gonna try it again on the second rock slide, see if we can catch it this time. Gonna look to swap onto the Castform. Nope, again. Fail it once again. So we pretty much have to shield here. Rock slide almost KOs Beedrill from this range. And I'm gonna go for the drill run again. Can we get the sack on the third time? Is the third time the charm? We have to do it perfectly or else we're gonna get knocked out because there's no more shields. able to do it. Castform coming in. You love to see it. Shields are down though, so not the greatest situation. The Melmetal actually going to stay in here and go for the superpower, which is not going to KO the Castform here. So getting a lot of energy. They swap out into Jellicent. Can we get to the Thunder? Oh my gosh, but is it enough to knock out the Jellicent? Even if it isn't, bang, there it is. Jellicent taking a lot of damage right there, and it has a lot of energy. So what I'm going to do here is come with the Dewgong to operate as the sponge, take this energy, absorb the Shadow Ball, and then swap out into Beedrill. Look to farm down before they get to another move right here. Able to do it, and we have a drill run ready for the Melmetal if it wants to come back in. So Diggersby comes in, not looking good. This matchup is looking very bad actually, because drill run does not do any near enough. Look at that, it's literally like tickling the Diggersby. That thing is thick. So we're gonna throw the drill run once again, and we're getting knocked out here by a Fire Punch, unfortunately. And basically it's Dewgong against the Diggersby, which is good, and a Melmetal in the back, which is very, very bad. But we're going to be able to get some farm here. I'm not going to throw any energy here. So win condition at this point, we need that energy for the Melmetal. They throw the Earthquake. The Melmetal comes back in, going for the Water Pulse. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at how much damage this does. Dewgong versus Melmetal. Bang! There it is. Ice Shard down. The opponent swapping out there, I think, gave us a win con. We're able to farm down with the Ice Shard. Take that game. I don't know what the heck happened, but Dewgong just beat a Melmetal. Absolute insanity to pull off that game there. The streak is still alive, looking for that 10-0. We got a SirFetch'd into a Beedrill right here. Very positive matchup. So Poison Jab, as you can see, doing a lot of damage right here. Building up for the drill run and just going to go for the X-Scissor bait. You can make the argument that this isn't the correct play right here. I do let the Night Slash go through. And going for the X-Scissor, drill run would KO. They do shield though, so a good call on our part. Gonna get to the next X-Scissor, but it is a CMP tie. At this point, definitely going to shield up, match these shields here, and go for the X-Scissor. I'm actually going to look to undercharge this a little bit, just in case they want to stay in. I will Poison Jab down, but they will swap out into Zweilous, and here comes the Dewgong. I'm telling you guys, Dewgong is super strong in this meta right here. Body Slam coming through. I'll probably throw one ICU in here just to lower the attack, and then undercharge it for sure so that we could farm down with the Dewgong here. So only throwing in Ice. And maybe could have done it a bit more, but they're going to get to a move right here. It's not really going to hurt though, because they have been debuffed. So Body Slam comes through, able to farm now. We will be able to get to an ICU in here at whatever comes in. But they actually come back in with the SirFetch'd, and that means free farm for the Dewgong. And here comes Alolan Sandshrew. At this point, I'm throwing the ICU in because it's guaranteed to debuff them for the rest of the battle. Going for the, actually this isn't a Alolan Sandshrew. Wow, yeah, I said Sandshrew, but I thought it was a Sand Slash initially. That is some spice right here. Holy smokes, Night Slash coming through. This game's over because Castform pretty much walls this thing. And yeah, if it walls a Sand Slash, you can only imagine how much it walls a Sandshrew. So GG's to the opponent though, that is very spicy. Let's hop into the next battle right here. We got Beedrill into another Diggersby. So Diggersby, of course, I believe it is the #1 ranked Pokemon for this meta, and you're seeing it a lot. Coming with the Dewgong, and look at this response. They're gonna have to burn both shields if they want to maintain switch here. And a lot of times people aren't gonna want to go down 2 shields. So Ice Wind comes through, they let it go through, and because it's a shadow, they're not even gonna get to 1 move here. Get farmed down. Dewgong putting in the work right here. MVP Dewgong. Wigglytuff coming in, double charm. You love to see it when you're winning. You hate to see it when you're losing. Icy Wind coming through. We're going to get that nice Beedrill onto the Wigglytuff. Getting to another Icy Wind right here. Castform onto the Diggersby. This game just got flipped on its head. Opponent swaps out, able to farm us down, but Diggersby not going to appreciate that Castform right here. I'm not going to shield this, obviously. There's absolutely 0 points. They have to land the Earthquake. So if you're going to bait, go ahead. And once they do, they don't want the smoke, so they back out. Off to a 4-0 start. I believe we're currently 9-0 in the second set right here. And this should be the final battle, I believe, unless I've miscounted. But we got a Beedrill into the Shadow Victreebel. You love to see it. Here comes the Sableye. Here comes the Castform. Castform is actually a very, very solid response to Sableye right here. Thing is, you have to shield, and I don't. And once I don't shield here, guess what? The opponent's going to be able to take switch right here. So putting ourselves in a bit of a tricky spot, but because I realized at this point, okay, I'm not wanting to switch anymore. Like, I came to the conclusion. I started thinking, what am I going to do once I lose switch? So I decided I'm going to get both shields, of course. Like, that's a given. They're going to shield here, and then they're going to farm us down. And since they're both shields, I could come in with the Dewgong, and unless they want to swap out, they're going to get farmed. And then I'm going to pretty much have an Ice Wind ready to throw at that Victreebel. So if they don't come in with the Victreebel against Dewgong, I have the Beedrill for it. So shielding the foul play right here, want to keep enough health on this just because the Victreebel Razor Leaf is going to hurt. And as you see, it comes in right here. We're going to outpace the Ice Wind. We're already at 50% health, so not an optimal position to be in here. Ice Wind coming through, bang, there it goes. Here comes the Mandibuzz. Dewgong about to sweep this man's whole life. Going for the Icy Wind right here. This is going to be doing heavy damage. And remember, our Dewgong here was about 50% health. Look at how tanky this thing is. It completely walls Mandibuzz. Foul play comes through. Look at that, literally nothing. We're going to get to the Ice Wind right here. Don't even need the Beedrill for this matchup. Ice Wind should be enough to KO. You guys want to hear it? Bang! There it is. Mandibuzz gets taken out. Perfect 10-0 sets. 2-5-0 sets basically. Great solid run. I definitely recommend this team. So those were the battles featuring Beedrill with the double water strat in the back, Dewgong plus Rainy Castform. Not exactly the most conventional water type in Dewgong, but that thing is an absolute beast in this meta. You see it takes care of Mandibuzz like nobody's business. Highly recommend this team if you have the Pokemon available. Of course, the meta could shift and this team could become useless the very next day. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.